my name is Anna Karp. I'm CEO and co-founder of Bolster, a data-driven design and build firm in New York City. I am here to talk about renovations for homeowners in the residential sector for Design Milkshake TV. There's only a handful of GCs in New York that are women. Therefore, since I have to put some questions in a vessel and take them out and go over them with you, I chose my construction hat. So I also, in order to make things a little bit more fun and unbiased, invited a hand to help us pick out the process. So I'll shake it up and put the questions in here, and Hand is going to help me take them out. All right, let's see. Where are homeowners most likely to get in over their head on the renovation process? Homeowners or people that are looking to renovate need to understand that a renovation requires a good deal of time commitment. In New York City, people are time-starved and very, very busy, and oftentimes are in much control of their lives. You know, people are successful, top of the game. And when they come into a renovation process, they have certain timeline, cost, design, expectations that any good GC or any good design and build firm will try to meet. Homeowners get in over their head when they don't understand or have the information to understand the renovation process. Therefore, at Bolster, our entire model is designed so that homeowners are never in over their head. On the contrary, our process is designed in order to eliminate risk in renovations entirely, and that starts from the get-go. So, for example, at Bolster, we consider design a la par with pricing at every stage of the process. Even before we start a contract or we formally work with a homeowner, we provide them with sketches, pricing, compliance, and timeline information that's based from our data and from our catalog of projects that will help them establish the viability of their project. At that point, homeowners basically have a very clear idea of the journey that they will undertake. And as a fully integrated design and build firm, what we do is take them through every stage of the design process, hand in hand, so that they understand pricing at schematic design, design development, and construction documentation. In layman terms, this means that homeowners understand the pricing, compliance, and timeline of their project when they have one sketch, when they maybe have 10 sketches, when they have a little bit more, and when they have a comprehensive set of plans that is approved by the Department of Buildings. We do a lot of this pre-construction planning in order to be able to provide a fixed price cost for our homeowners. We do a lot of due diligence on the property, and when we get to build, we all know what we're doing. Therefore, I think a key part of the process for homeowners to never feel like they're over their head is to treat them like the intelligent people that they are, to really value the work that we're doing together. In the end, it's their home and it's an honor to work on it, and to really facilitate the information exchange between all the parties that are involved in the renovation, so that any given person has at the tip of their fingers all the information they need in order to make the right decisions at the right time. Hand. All right, second question. A homeowner's biggest fear when renovating is cost overruns. Bolster absorbs those unexpected costs. How is it able to do this? Why did it take so long for someone to offer this? This is a very interesting question, and it's at the core of founding Bolster. When we started the company, we basically wondered, why are people incurring so much risk on the second largest investment that they're likely to make? In terms of cost overruns, contractor failure and cost overruns and the unpleasant change orders arise when there's obscurity, lack of transparency, or even just like a lack of information in the renovation that will be undertaken. Therefore, at Bolster, and since you cannot X-ray a property, what we do is a diligence process from the very beginning of the design stage in order to determine any single factor that could be a risk to the renovation. We price it in, present it to the homeowner, and through our iterative pricing process and our iterative diligence process, we're able to arrive at a place where we actually put our skin on the game and assume the accountability and responsibility of being the contractor, and are able to say, if there's an unforeseen matter with your property, we will underwrite it through the Bolster Promise. The Bolster Promise is our baby. We came up with a Bolster Promise at the very early inception of Bolster in order to give homeowners the peace of mind that we're partners in their renovation. We literally put our money where our mouth is. And for anybody that is, watching this video and is doing a renovation, I think it's important to ask contractors the rate of change orders that they have and whether they're willing to give you a guarantee before you engage them in a large project. All right. What's a home reno trend you think is bad news? All right, so this is a very good question. Like we talked about before, renovations are complex and your home is basically where you reside. And it's illogical for me to try to find a cheap or an easy way or a do-it-yourself way to do anything to your home. Homeowners are looking for a fast track, could be damaging the property, could end up even spending more and having to call like the experts to save them from what they've done. And more importantly, like if you're thinking about resale value, whenever homeowners are looking into a property and you're doing an inspection, you understand how much has been invested on a home over time. Hacks of like thinking that a gut renovation can be done in like 30 days are basically not true and continue to misinform the public about the time commitment, finance commitment, and emotional commitment that you will need to make a renovation, to do a renovation and make it successful. On the other hand, there's a lot of very good trends that I am seeing in the renovation sector. I'm happy to say that we completed, for example, our first all-electric gut renovation in Astoria. Our homeowners wanted to basically be coherent with their lifestyle and decided to eliminate gas entirely. This is the way in which New York City will go. The Department of Buildings doesn't allow new developments to use gas anymore. And, we also have completed a couple of passive houses or houses with passive house technology. While a commitment to do a passive house might be expensive, it might be an upfront investment, there's a lot of different ways to integrate ecological goals into renovations, and I'm very happy to see that this is a new trend. Thank you, Hans. Hand is picky. Let's see. What will it mean within the industry when more women take on roles from carpenter to CEO? When I started out in Bolster, when I co-founded Bolster, when I started in the construction industry, I never even aspired or dreamt that I was going to be CEO. And, our business model was a tech model. It wasn't actually a fully integrated design and build, construction company model. So life and the development of the startups took us to where we are right now. And I have really thought about what it means to be a woman in this male-dominated industry. And my first thought is, number one, it's important to have talent in any industry, regardless of gender, regardless of background. It's important to have people that are committed to construction, specifically that love construction, because it's a very taxing industry where you have to be on 24/7, 360 days of the year. So it's a very specific psychology. And in terms of being a woman carpenter that can become a CEO, or being a woman that wants to be a CEO in the construction industry, my main hope is that it becomes a norm, that it's normal, that other women see me and think, well, if Anna did it, I can do it, and that they don't even have to think about it, that it comes natural to them. And I am seeing with my daughter, who is a teenager, that for her it's a given that I'm CEO in a construction company. So something that for us might seem like, wow, she's opening the way, or it's a wild path, which it has been a wild path, but it's like, it's not something extraordinary. So my hope is that it is the normal course of action. A very nice side effect of being a female GC is that I've had a lot of talented women approaching me, and I'm seeing that I have been inspirational to them. And besides building a successful business, a successful brand, and of course at the core, having a ton of happy homeowners, which is what we live for, I think something that really gives me joy is being able to, just represent a way forward to women in New York City. Thank you, Hand. I really appreciated your contribution. And thank you, everybody, for watching this episode. See you soon.